was on the ring.
For me, it's the minutes.
Ready?
Ready?
Call the meeting to order and pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A roll call
Chair Nicholas,
here.
Vice Chair Rivera,
Here.
Commissioner Dewhurst, Commissioner Palmer.
I see the public is in full force here. Do we have any conflicts of interest to report?
No.
I know of.
None.
Well, we're only doing the what, truck stop thing?
We
Got
have
two use permits. Let's go ahead and start with the agenda then. We have a public hearing at this particular point for, the first one's a request for use permit for prefabricated storage container at 395 East Vista. We have a staff report.
We do. Members of the commission, I just want to confirm that our applicants are online, and are we able to bring them on the screen?
Caitlin Moriarty with Pilot is here.
Wonderful, Caitlin, thank you.
Hi, thank you all. Yes.
So just so everybody is aware, I do have a mistype on the proposed project on this one. It does say to allow an existing storage container. That is incorrect. This is a new storage container. The proposed project is requesting a conditional use permit to allow a storage container at 395 East Vista. The storage container is adjacent to retail commercial building located on the same property. This storage container would be to utilize for additional storage needed at the retail facility. We find that this is exempt from CEQA, Section 15303, Class 3, and that you can find the proposed conditions of approval on page 7 of the staff report. And with that, I'll let you open the public hearing.
All right, let's go ahead and open the public hearing at this point and listen to a presentation from the proponents.
Here she comes. There she is. Caitlin, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So if you want to go ahead and talk about your project, the mic's open for you.
Okay, good deal. Thank you all for taking the time tonight to hear us. Really, we're looking for just a little bit more storage for our travel center there. I do want to let you guys know that we are planning a large remodel next year. So this is a temporary storage container. It's literally just to hold overstock for right now until we can add some additional storage when we do the remodel next year. So as you can see, we've placed it. I don't know if you could have the document pulled up here, but we have placed it where it's convenient for our deliveries. So ideally we'd like to place it there, but obviously we can accommodate moving it to a better location if the panel sees so. Anything else I need to address on this? Questions, comments?
Caitlin, have you reviewed the conditions that were?
Yes, I have. And the only one I have maybe an issue with is painted the same color. It'll be a rental, so we probably can't paint it. But is there something else that maybe we should do temporarily?
That's up to you guys for condition if you don't want them to paint it, but just be cognizant of any graffiti that might happen, that they have to remove it in a certain timeline. Following our code, we were not aware it was going to be temporary. Caitlin, do you know approximately how long?
Well, that's the thing. I didn't want to apply for a temporary one because I honestly don't know how long it would be needed. You know, with construction, things get delayed and whatnot. So that's why I've kind of said it's somewhat permanent until we can do the addition onto this building. So I'm thinking probably 6 months to a year.
And commission does have the authority to grant a temporary up to a certain time, and if they do need an extension, they can just come to City Hall and we can grant one. If you so.
Okay.
Caitlin,
If I got-
good.
If I got it right, you're putting it on the far side by where your garbage containers are, correct?
That is where the store has requested it. They do have a back entrance there. The delivery drivers will pull up kind of past, I don't know if you can look at an aerial view. They'll pull past our diesel canopy to the back of the store. And I
Yeah,
believe they didn't want to put it on pavement, so I think that they just wanted to put it right there in the landscaping, probably behind that. I think that's a dumpster enclosure.
For me personally, without it being painted, I would need an end date. If you're not going to meet all requirements of the compliance, I would need an end date of when this container is going to be moved.
Okay, can I say a year from now, or do you need
So as long as I have an end date without paint.
let me,
But that doesn't mean I'm speaking
what
for
color
everybody.
is it?
We don't know. That's what I'm saying. It could be.
usually they come tan, which I was comparing what our typical ones are. It's gonna be just from, oh, what's the name of it? Can't think of the name of the brand right off the top of my head. Mobile Mini, and they come that light tan color.
That's pretty close to the building anyway.
Is there any other comments? Is there any other testimony at this point?
None from staff.
I'll go ahead and close the public hearing at this point and have a discussion with commission.
I wouldn't mind that, because as long as it's tan, same color they got already.
But we
Okay.
can't promise that, and if we allow this to go and they bring in a bright orange one, we're stuck with what we voted for.
Microphones.
Okay, put a condition, it can't be bright orange.
I would rather put the condition that it has an end date rather than
Or
a
one ended, but
color.
it wouldn't hurt to have
We've
a
already
tan
put the
one.
conditions of a color, and she's not meeting that. So there has to be an end date to remove this.
Year's fine.
Well, I mean, that's me, unless we vote yes to bring in
Possible.
whatever they want. I mean, I'm only one.
Okay. Do we have a recommendation or a motion?
A motion to approve with 1 year out from the date of our approval, of the commission's approval?
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You still on there? Nope, she's not there. Wouldn't hurt if you got a tan.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Wouldn't hurt if you got a tan one or a light brown.
I will specify that, yes.
Okay. Because I believe you get tan, light brown, you don't want the green, and you don't want the black.
No, I'll make sure it's a stipulation. And if it is a big deal in the town, you guys feel the need that it needs to be painted, we can always pull in one that we own from somewhere and get it painted for you. We do not care to do that at all. So we really appreciate you working with us.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you all. Yes.
Okay, so the next item is a temporary construction use permit for a prefabricated storage container at 50 Alamo. Do we have a staff report?
We do, I'll just
Don't
make sure.
stumble on that.
I'll stumble as much as you. Make sure Shannon's on the line.
I am here.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, before you tonight, Commissioners, we do have a proposed project requesting a temporary conditional use permit to allow a storage container at 50 Alamo Avenue during remodel constructions. I think you're contagious, Martin. The storage container is adjacent to a commercial building located on the same property. The storage container would be utilized for additional storage needed during their construction. We find that this is exempt from CEQA, Section 15303, Class 3, and you can find the proposed conditions of approval on page 6 of your staff report.
I didn't bring my glasses. Where's it at on Alamo?
It's sitting right in front.
It's sitting back in the doctor's parking lot.
Oh, I know where it is.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and open the public hearing at this point, and we would like to hear a presentation from the proponent.
All right, thanks for having me. I'm Shannon Gehrig. I am the CEO for Mountain Valleys Health Centers. We have multiple primary care clinics kind of around the Mount Shasta area. So there across the street from you all is the Weed Health Center, and we are hoping to begin construction sometime within the next 30 to 45 days. I feel like we've been saying that for a little while. We're pretty close with getting rolling. We would like the storage container to store supplies from within the clinic temporarily. The construction, we hope, is going to be completed within a 4 to 6 month period. And the hope is that the storage unit would be kind of out of sight from the road, sitting down in that lower parking lot below the physical therapy building and kind of where staff has been parking. We do not have a storage container currently picked out, but we will pay attention to color as I hear that is important. I don't have anything further.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any additional staff information?
Nothing from staff.
Let's go ahead and close the hearing at this point then and hear from the commission.
Yeah, this is a great use for a storage container. This is what it's intended.
Okay, so we have a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the temporary storage container at Mountain Valley Health Centers as located on the map.
And do we have a second? Second. We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Okay, so we have granted your temporary facility.
Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, was there any comments on the approval of minutes from the last February 19th meeting?
We did that, give me our. Needs a bigger one.
Okay, so no comments. We'll move on to Commissioner's report. Do we have any reports?
My report. The theater project has moved back at a starting date at the college. So it looks like now we will have both $32 million projects running at the same time in October. We've got to bid for both, and both projects are moving forward quite fast. So, yeah. And new volleyball court project starts May 1st at the college. We will have 4 sand courts, fully functional sand courts for the use of the community as well.
Where will that be?
That will be over the existing tennis courts now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They'll
All
be
right.
professional NCAA league and 18 inches deep of very expensive sand.
Yeah. All right, anything else? Staff report?
Please remember to tell your friends and family we still have a vacant seat on the planning commission.
Yeah, let's fill that. All right, do we have a motion to adjourn? Oh, look who shows.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'd motion to put him on the planning commission.
He doesn't have enough jobs.
So we have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I was just asking, how's that going? Still here.
Pilots, we just found out tonight is gonna be temporary. They're doing a full room model, and so it'll probably take them about a year. So that storage container will not be permanent.
And it may be orange.
Well, if
No,
they can get a color that's kind of muted, the less likely it is to get tagged.